Secretary at 10:51 p.m. All right. A, consideration to approve the employment of new professional staff, no action on that one. B, consideration to approve the appointment of new Ed Will staff, ma'am.
The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the recommendation of new at-will staff as discussed in close.
Motion.
Motion made by Secretary Ray Espinosa, seconded by Nora?
Yes, sir.
Okay, member Nora Guerrero. Any comments or questions? All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, motion passes. Yes, 7-0. We're all here, right? Yes, at this time, we're all here. Okay. Consideration to approve the differentiated pay for an employee.
The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the differentiated pay for an employee as discussed in closed.
I move.
Motion made by member Nora Guerrero to approve the recommendation. Is there a second?
Second.
Second made by President. Comments, questions? All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any against? Any abstentions? One abstention. Motion passes. Yes, 6-0-1. All right, let's go ahead and go to item 8, consent action items. There we have consideration to approve the minutes for the board meeting held on the regular meeting September 11th, 2023. Special meeting December 11th, 2023. Regular meeting December 11th, 2023. And also consideration to approve the monthly bills for December 2023. Excuse me?
You're going to take them all together?
Yes, your choice, your decision. You make a motion to approve all of them?
Yep.
Okay, motion made by member Peggy Young to approve all of them?
Minutes and bills.
Yes, minutes and bills. There a second?
Second.
Second, okay. Second made by member Sammy Houston. Comments or questions? All right, let's go and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys, yes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Motion passes 7-0. 9, action items. A, discussion action to approve 2024 E-rate proposal. Ma'am?
The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the recommended proposal for the E-rate 2024 as presented by Mr. Guajardo. This is going to be funded by USAC. E-rate pays 90% and the district share is going to be 10%. Mr. Guajardo?
Yes, this is for a T1, replacing the T1 line that we have currently. And with the T1 line, we can't do video across the network to the high school. And it also is without facing an interference in our phone system. And so the 1 gig circuit is a point-to-point between us and the high school to give us better communication and video to it, and also to work on our service from this site.
Recommendation, ma'am?
The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees approve the waiver. I'm sorry, not the waiver, the E-rate 2024 as presented by Mr. Guajardo.
I move.
Second.
Motion made by member Nora Guerrero to approve recommendations, seconded by VP Cruz Mata. Comments, questions?
Question.
Yes.
For Jesse,
Yes, sir.
does that have to do anything with the connection of the scoreboard?
No. This is
That-
just point-to-point between central office and the high school.
Has that been completed, the school?
The scoreboard has been completed. It's up and running.
All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Motion passes unanimously 7-0. Discussion action on 2023-2024 application for missed school days waiver for December 19, 2023.
This is a waiver application that I submitted to TA for the absence of students in school for December 19th. That is the day that the city was going to keep the water from running for more than 4 hours. Obviously, we can't run school without access to water. So we had notified the board that we were going to cancel classes for that day. And so because of that, now we have to apply for a waiver for TA. So this is going to be a missed school days waiver. We're ready to, with your approval, we're ready to submit the minutes to TA as early as tomorrow so that they can forgive us our attendance for that date.
Is there a motion to that effect? Motion made by member Peggy Young,
I'll second.
second by member Nora Guerrero. Any questions or comments? All right, let's go and take a vote. Those in favor, raise your hand. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Motion passes 7-0. C, discussion action to appoint a representative to the Credit City Festival Association Board of Directors. Ma'am?
And so this letter came to us early in January, asking for representation to the Spanish Festival Association. And so it is the board's discretion to appoint a representative to represent the district Spanish Festival.
I nominate Ray Espinosa.
Can we nominate an employee?
And
I nominate Matthew Moreno. He's like really popular out there on social. You put up great events for our district. I think you would be a great representative at the board. I mean, what do y'all think? An employee instead of us?
Can we do that?
first question,
You have to meet that many times.
Yeah, you don't have to, Matthew. I mean, and really, they need young ideas, fresh ideas. I mean, I'm not saying we can't, but I think you would be great. I think you would be great. I mean, I nominate you. I don't know who I
I still want to nominate Ray.
Mr. Houston had expressed his consideration.
Oh, you want to be considered, sir?
Sir?
Okay.
no,
Young too. Youngest.
I would accept your nomination, but I mean, I'm old school with songs and this year a lot of people are upset because young music and so we can have Sammy with the young.
How many can we nominate, Ms. Bruno?
2, I believe, Matthew? They said 2?
Originally, I know when I spoke, they told me 2, but I don't know. The only issue that I do see with me taking the nomination or accepting the nomination is that you have to be a Zavala County resident.
Oh,
And I am not a Zavala County.
And this is the way that it's written, it says 1, 8 represent.
Oh.
So it would be a single.
Sammy wants it? Get it?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
Maybe if I move to Crystal.
So, is there a motion?
You need a motion for this?
A motion,
Motion made
Sammy.
by Secretary Ray
Second.
Espinosa to nominate member Sammy Houston to the board. You accept her? Accept the nomination? Okay. Seconded by VP Cruz Mata. Any comments, questions? Other than he's gonna do a good job, I'm pretty sure.
I like.
There you go. All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. Those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can vote for yourself, sir. Yeah, motion passes 7-0. E, discussion action to approve 2023-2024 school year attendance committees for Zavala Elementary, Benito Juarez Elementary, Fly Junior High School, and Queen City High School. Ma'am?
Yes, sir. As per our policy, we are bringing to you for discussion action to approve the attendance committees for the 23-24 school year for Zavala Elementary, Benito Juarez Elementary, Sterling H. Fly Junior High School, and Crystal City High School as we're moving into attendance recovery phase for semester 1.
And they were all included, right?
Yes, sir. All of you have a list of all of them.
Motion.
second.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on. Motion made by Vice President Cruz Mata to go with recommendations, seconded by member Nora Guerrero. Questions, comments, sir?
Just a comment for Ms. Núñez on some of the emails are kind of small, not to use magnifying glass to. And,
Yes.
and the other one in high school, Mr. Martinez is resigning, so I think we
Will
need.
be replaced, yes, sir.
And what about the attendance clerk that we discussed?
She would have to be replaced as well.
With that? Well,
Any other comments or questions? All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, motion passes.
Excuse me.
Salud. Motion passes 7-0. E, discussion actions to adopt or additions, deletions, or replacements of local policies according to TASB localized update 122 instruction sheet. As listed, ma'am.
The recommendation is that the Board of Trustees adopt the addition, deletion, or replacement of local policies according to TASB localized update 122.
A motion.
I have one question.
Sure, ma'am. Let's go ahead and go with the motion. Second.
I'll
Motion
second.
made by VP Cruz to go with the recommendation, seconded by member Nora Guerrero. Now, you have a question, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm reading it. What is changing on the student records? I don't see where,
was responsible for,
Yes, that's also.
but it doesn't look like it's changing. The principal, business manager, they're,
page
Let me get to it, let me get to it.
what is going to be different?
What page?
FL, on 130, yeah.
130?
It's just the language, Peggy, that they use to make them equitable to statute.
Okay. Because I couldn't see where it was like.
No, there isn't any.
I have a
You have another question
question
coming?
or recommendation on page 1,
On page 1.
employees of
Of that same policy,
Personnel.
Mr. Espinosa, of that same policy?
yes,
Okay.
Page what?
page 101, or 120 on the
120?
120
On the board packet.
number packet.
What policy are we looking at?
It's the one that says employment of all personnel. I don't know, I would recommend, we're giving the superintendent, or we give the superintendent the authority to, hire, staff. I think that it's too early to do April. I think, I would recommend that we change it from May to August. And at the end, I think that the board should hire the at-will employees. I think we said that on the teachers because, I mean, sometimes they come quickly and we have to get them there. I don't have any problem with the teachers. I mean, that's just something that I'm suggesting.
So from when to August, from March?
From May,
From May 1st to August 31st?
yes. And that we do the hiring of the at-will employees.
It's kind of late, no, late May. May is.
No, because I mean, we're still having meetings, I mean.
And so the reason why and was done several years back, is because we begin our job fairs in April. And as we are participating in job fairs, if the superintendent has the authority to hire, we can pick them up right then and there.
Okay.
Yeah, have to wait.
So that we don't have to wait for a board meeting and
And then we
things
lose
like that.
And that's no problem, but
The better of the candidates.
But then, I mean, I would like then that we are the at-will employees.
So your authority be limited only to teachers? That's what you're saying?
And on those days that she said.
Yes, within those days.
The other thing that I want to ask, Ms. Lorena, is since you will be approving the teachers on those days, then, if somebody applies that it's related to us as a teacher, the nepotism law wouldn't apply.
To you, yes, and we'll take that into consideration.
No, but since you're doing the hiring and we're not. So you would,
That's-
the nepotism would apply
Yes, I
to
know what you're
you.
saying, yes.
And so if I had my daughter that wanted to teach in that time, I mean,
We would have to check that loophole, yes, sir.
you know, because I think LaPer has that thing that the superintendent does it.
Yeah.
So check it.
Yes, because we're the ones that approve the contract,
Correct,
right? The board,
Yes.
yeah, to
Yeah.
check into it.
yes.
And I still would recommend that we do the at wheels. I don't know the
So
majority.
we'll do a policy change. We'll have to request a policy change.
Okay,
Okay. Noted.
so I'm okay with the rest. And check on the nepotism. Bring all my family that hasn't been able to work for the last 10 years. Again, it's the coach again, so. No,
Not my dog.
All right, let's go ahead. Any comments or questions? Go ahead and take a vote.
A motion.
Oh, wait, yes,
yeah.
we had already, we're doing the,
what's it?
yeah, there was discussion. Okay, let's go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Motion passes 7-0. All right, let's go to 10, information or discussion items. Superintendent's report, you got the district, enrollment, ADA, results-driven accountability, the ISIP assessment breakdown, and the revised 2023-2024 instructional calendar, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So as far as district enrollment is concerned, as of January the 12th, we are at 1,695 students, down 61 students from last year, according to January the 12th. And these are mobile students that we lose as the year progresses. In terms of attendance, up until day 75, which was December the 20th, our attendance overall was at 92%, and it's been holding steady for that long.
Question real quick, how was the attendance today?
68%.
68%.
So as communicated to administration,
Like the same tomorrow.
it's going to be the same tomorrow in the district. The state allows us to do a low attendance waiver because of weather, because of inclement weather. And I will be bringing that to you in February. Results-driven accountability, Mrs. Sendejo. Sendejo has a presentation. Ms. Sendejo and Ms. Garcia have a presentation.
Good evening. I will be presenting the results-driven accountability 2023 district report for the bilingual education, English as a second language, and emergent bilingual program, and for the other special populations, the OSP programs. If you will turn to the first page, I don't know what page number you all have.
141, I believe.
It's this one here.
141, yeah.
So if you'll see in the first page, section blue is the bilingual education, ESL and EB program. You will notice that we have 3 categories. Domain 1 is academic achievement. Domain 2 is post-secondary readiness. And domain 3 is disproportionate analysis. And each one has indicators. The first, domain 1, has 9 indicators that we are rated on. The second has 2 indicators, and the third has 1 indicator. So we have 12 indicators and 3 categories. If you will flip to the next page. Indicator 1 is our bilingual education STAR third through 8th passing rate. You will notice that we have mathematics, reading, language arts, science, and social studies. You will see the state rate, and then at the end, you'll see the performance level, and it says report only. We did not get a rating, we only get the report. For indicator 2, we have the ESL STAR 3 to 8 passing rate. This will be the same thing. For this year, we only received a report only performance level. For the third, the ALP star third through eighth passing rate, once again, we only received a report only. The fourth indicator, the EB not served in bilingual education or English as a second language star 3 to 8 passing rate, we also got a report only. And if you'll flip over to the next page, you will see the fifth indicator, which is emergent bilingual dyslexia star 3 to 8 reading language arts passing rate. We also received a report only performance level.
What does report only mean?
Report only means that the numbers were too low. We did not meet the minimum size requirement, which is a 10. We had to have 10 students to be able to receive the performance level. We didn't have that many. Indicator 7, I was on indicator 6. EB, the emergent bilinguals years after reclassification, star 3 to 8 passing rate. You will see no data there. Indicator 7, EB star EOC passing rate. For Algebra 1, you will see the performance level 0. Cut points was a 65.0 to a 100. We do not get the rate, we do not get numbers for passed or tested, but we did receive a performance level of a 0. And in results-driven accountability, the lower the number, the better the score. So for us receiving a 0, that is excellent. Biology, we got an NASA performance level, not assigned through special analysis, and I believe that had to do with not enough numbers. U.S. history, have a 70 to a 100 cut point. We did not get the rate, and we did not get how many students passed or tested, but we did receive a 0. So again, we did excellent there. English 1 and English 2, we got, it was a 60.0 and a 100. Those were the cut points. We got a rate of 50. We do not know the passed or the tested, or those are masked. And we got a performance level of NASA, not assigned through special analysis. So if you'll flip over to the next page, indicator 8, the TELPAS reading beginning proficiency level rate. The cutoff points for a performance level 0 is a 0 to a 7.5. We did get a rate of 16.7. Beginnings, we had 5 students and we had 27 students tested. We did receive a performance level of a 3. And again, the higher the number, it's not a good sign. Indicator 9, TELPAS composite rating level for students in U.S. schools multiple years. We received a report only. If you'll flip over to the next page, indicator 10, you'll see the emergent bilingual graduation rate. We did not have any data there. We get to indicator 11, emergent bilingual annual dropout rate, grades 7 to 12. Excuse me. The cut points for a performance level 0 is 0 to a 1.8. Our rate was 11.8. We did receive a performance level of a 3. And the final indicator for our bilingual and emergent bilingual program, 12, emergent bilingual dyslexia representation ages 6 to 21. We received a report only. And then I'm going to have you jump over to the last page of that report. It'll look like this. And at the top it says summary. I'm going to have you flip back and forth a couple of times because I also have the next section.
23, results driven.
You're on page 157.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll see at the top, it says performance level summary by each program area. So for the first row, it says BE/ESL/EB. Under a performance level of a 0, we had 2 indicators. Under performance level 3, we had 2 indicators. Under NASA, we had 2 indicators. Under no data, we had 5. Under report only, we had 19.
And then I'm going to have you jump down to the bottom where it says determination level, the bottom of that page. You'll see that under BE, ESL, EB, it does say needs substantial intervention. We did receive a determination level of A4. So although we did not receive any performance levels under A4, we are rated as a 4 because we had 2 under 3. And one of those was for our TELPAS ratings. Any questions for our BE, ESL, Emerging Medical Program, our ratings? Okay, I'm going to jump over to the next program. So if you'll flip over to the beginning again, I'm going to review the other special populations, the OSP data. 147.
7.
Same thing for our OSP. We have 3 domains, and each domain has its categories. So under academic achievement, which is domain 1, we have 3 indicators. Domain 2, we have 2 indicators, and domain 3, we have 1 indicator. So if you will flip over to, I don't know what your page number is, but it's the green section. And this covers our other special programs, accountability data. And under indicator 1, it's OSP star data 3 to 8 passing rate. Under mathematics, you'll see foster care, homeless, and military. And you will see that we had a cut points of 70.0 to 100. We received a 63.3 rate. We had 19 students pass out of the 30 that were tested. We did receive a performance level of a 0. Under reading language arts, the cut points was 70 to a 100. Our rate was 80. We had 24 students passed, and we had 30 students tested. We received a 0, which is good. Under science, the cut points were 65.0 to a 100. We had 42.9 as our rate, and our numbers are passed and are tested are masked, and we received a 3, but we were held harmless. That's what the HH stands for. Under social studies, the cut points were 65.0 to 100, and we received an NASA. For our indicator 2, dyslexia star 3 to 8 reading language arts passing rate, the state rate was a 62.0. We received a report only performance level.
What does it mean by foster care, homeless, military there?
Foster care is students that are under the care of, they might be, that means that the state has taken over the student's welfare, and they had this, the student is now living with someone assigned by the state.
We have
Yes.
like that, and the same thing for homeless.
Yes, we have homeless students.
How are the homeless defined? I mean, just by,
At the beginning of, during registration, there is a form that parents fill out, and I believe there are, I'm not sure on the number of possible indicators, but if the parent checks off that they're doubling up as far as families in one home, or they're living in a shelter, or they're living in a hotel, motel, they're living in a church shelter, they're living in any type of shelter, then they will fall under our homeless population.
thank you.
Okay, so at the bottom on indicator 2, we received a report only. And if you'll flip over to the next page, we have the OSP star EOC passing rate. For algebra 1, I'm gonna go to the performance level, we received, which is excellent. Biology, we received a 0, which is another excellent. US history, a 0. And English 1 and 2, we received a 0. And the next page, indicator 4, OSP graduation rate. The cut points was a 80.0 to a 100. We received a 86.7. We have a performance level of a 0. Indicator 5, we have OSP annual dropout rate. The cut points were 0 to a 1.8. We do have a rate of 6.7, but we did receive an NASA performance level. Indicator 6, OSP dyslexia representation, ages 6 to 21. We received a performance level of a report only. So then I'm going to have you jump over to the last page of the report again. I don't remember, I think it was 157.
Summary.
The summary, correct? So under the green section where it says OSP, under the first column, 0, we received 7 indicators. We didn't receive any under 1, under 2, under 3, under 4. Under NASA, we received 2. And under report only, we received 2. So down at the bottom, OSP meets requirements. We received a determination level of a 1, which is good. And I will let you know that because we received a determination level of a 4 under our bilingual education, ESL, and emerging bilingual program, we will have to create a strategic support plan and submit strategic support plan for the 2 indicators that we received 3s on, and we were already in process on. Any questions for me? Okay, now I will turn it over to Ms. Sendejo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Right, and finally, special education. The first thing I'd like to point out is that special education has a total of 18 indicators. So let me get started.
What page do they start, ma'am? Page
151.
151?
And it follows the same format. Indicator number 1, these are your special education students, 3rd through 8th, and this is on their passing rate. And so in mathematics, we earned a performance level of a 2. For reading language arts, a performance level of a 3. For science, a 2 as a performance level, and social studies, a 4.
Ratings are what, from 1 to what, or what type?
Yes, that's in the same columns. Our rate for mathematics was a 40.7. So what that means, it's out of 116 students that tested, 47.
At the end, the performance level, like on a 2, are we doing good? It's low, or,
Pretty much the same as last year.
well, I mean,
The lower, the smaller the number.
Oh, yes.
The better we're doing.
Zeros and 1s are good. Zeros, 1s, and 2s are good. 3s and 4s are concerning. I'm sorry, Mr. Espinosa, I didn't understand your question. Indicator number 2, your SPED dyslexia, STAR test takers, 3rd through 8th. That was a report-only category. Indicator number 3, your SPED year after exit for their math